show you a little bit of what yoga I would do at night before sleeping to help have a really good rest at night. So it's helpful to have a couple of props, and I do have a video giving some recommendations for substitutions for props, and I'll link that below in case you want to get some of those. But we'll get right into the yoga routine for sleep. So it's good to just stretch out your body generally at the end of the day. I'm just going to start in downward dog. You just take your hips up, press into the front of your hands, raise your heels up and down, really stretch the whole body. I'm going to press the chest towards the knees. You could bend your knees here. It's okay if your heels don't touch the floor. Many people, they don't. And you can alternate lifting and lowering your heels. And drop your knees, drop your belly, pull your shoulders back, chest forward. And then round your back, come into the cat pose, scoop the belly in, head down. And arch your back, lift your head, shoulders back. And again, come into downward dog. And then we're going to take the feet out wide in our downward dog. So take the mat width apart. And just raise and lower your heels, alternating right and left. And again, come forward, drop the knees. We're going to keep the knees wide, mat width apart, and just circle your shoulders and hips together. And go the other way, circle. And come back to center and take your right arm up, reach for the ceiling, pull that right shoulder back. And bring your right hand down, slide it under your left arm. Right shoulder to the mat, lift the left shoulder. And back up, raise the right arm, reach up. And take your right hand down, left arm out, twist, lift that left shoulder, pull your left shoulder back, hold. And take it down, slide your left arm under your right, left shoulder to the mat, lift the right shoulder. And bring the left arm back up. Reach up. And take it down. And again, we're going to come into that downward dog. Take your hips up and back behind you. Walk your feet toward your hands. And just come into a forward bend. So let your upper body relax. Keep your legs straight. Shift the weight to the fronts of your feet, to the balls of your feet, and just let your upper body hang down. Notice where you're feeling that resistance in your legs and try to soften in the back of the legs. Let your muscles relax with your exhale breath. Shift your weight again to the front of your feet, the balls of your feet. Hold your elbows with your opposite hands and swing your torso side to side. Go back to center. Just hang down. And come up halfway. Hands on your thighs. And come up all the way. Reach up, bend back. And stand up. Take your hands down behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back. Press your hips forward. Take a couple of deep breaths. And again, bend forward. And stand all the way up. Release your arms, shake them out, shake out your legs. And lie down on your mat, on your back with your knees bent. And rock your knees side to side a few times. And bring them back up to center. We're going to pick the feet up off the floor, wrap your arms around your shins, hug your legs in, take a couple deep breaths. Roll up to sitting. I'm just going to grab a strap. Then you can take that strap, put it around the ball of the right foot. So it's a really good idea to stretch out your legs before you sleep. It helps us to sleep so much better and not get into uncomfortable positions while we're sleeping. So flex your foot, pull on that strap, and press into the back of the leg. And just hold there. You want to press your heel up, keep your leg nice and straight. And then you can put your strap, both ends of the strap, into your right hand and take your leg over to the right. Keep your left hip down, just press out through the right heel. And take it up. Put the strap in your left hand. Take your leg over to the left. Keep your right shoulder down. Reach out with the right arm. And twist, bringing that right foot towards the floor, but keeping your right shoulder on the mat. And up. Bend your knee, take the strap off your foot, and just place it on the left foot. Again, the ball of the foot, the wide part below the toes, hold the strap in your hand. Extend the left heel up, press your right leg down, and just hold for a few breaths. Try to soften wherever you feel resistance in your muscles. Breathe deep. And put both ends of the strap in your left hand and take your leg to the left. Keep your right hip down and just hold there. Take a couple breaths. Press out through that left foot. Bring your left leg up. Put your strap in your right hand. Take your leg over to the right. You can reach your left arm out at shoulder level and twist. Pressing out through that heel, the left heel. And lift up. Take your strap off your foot. And again, we're going to roll up to a seated position. And I'm going to sit cross-legged. And you could sit, especially if it's a little uncomfortable for you to sit cross-legged, you could sit up on a blanket here. And then you'll want some props to put in front of you. And this just depends on your flexibility. So you might have a block or two, maybe use your hands. And you just want something high enough that you can rest your head on it. And you come down, rest the head. And it should feel like it's supporting you, but also that you can bend forward as much as you can. And just hold there, relax. As you're holding the pose, you might start to feel you can bend forward more, and then you can lower your props. Just a few more breaths. And sit up, and we'll change the cross of the leg. So you put your opposite leg in front. And again, fold forward, and you might need a different height under the head with this side. So just test it out and see. Rest your head on your support. Take a couple breaths. Breathe deep. Relax wherever you feel tension. And come back up. Reach your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up. Stretch the sides of the body. Take a couple deep breaths. And twist to your left. Look over your shoulder. And twist to your right. And back to center. We're just going to come to a seated position for some breathing exercises. So for breathing exercises, you want to make sure that you are seated comfortably. That's the most important thing. So usually that would mean having the hips a little higher than the knees. You can sit in a chair if that's more comfortable for you. Rest your hands on your legs. And notice your back. You want to have the shoulders over the hips and your back straight and lengthened. Close your eyes and just turn your attention inside. Notice how your breath is. And then gently begin to let it slow down. And let it get deeper. Where in your body do you feel the breath moving? Where do you feel expansion on the inhale? Maybe it's in your chest, maybe it's in your rib cage. Where do you feel expansion on your inhale? And wherever you feel it, start to move it a little lower. We want that expansion to go all the way down to the lower belly, below the belly button. And that means you're using your diaphragm to breathe. And then on the exhale, the same area that expanded is going to contract. So once you've moved the breath down to the lower belly, count 5 or 6 breaths with the breath in the lower belly. And then we'll do the 3-part breath. So we're going to breathe into the lower belly, the rib cage, the upper chest, and then breathe out your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. And one more time, breathe in, breathe out. And the last time, the belly, the rib cage, the upper chest, and exhale the other way. So that's a little practice you can do before bed. I hope that helps you sleep well. Thank you for watching. Namaste.